living through your vision. Happy Wednesday. Woo. I had to think there for a minute. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Wow. We are getting a cold front, and it's raining. It's been raining. But nevertheless, it's a beautiful, beautiful day in Zamunda, as usual. And I am excited about today. I had some amazing news to come to me, which is just so amazing. Like, the only thing that I can say is that, everything that I put out on this channel is going to be authentic and real, like my real life experiences, because I think that is the most important thing in the authenticity of trying to represent something, that it be like the realest of the real. Because I see a lot of stuff that's out there, and and it's so beneficial. And we can collectively come together, each one of us in our own way, unique way, with our own experiences, and it can run in alignment with somebody, and it can help that person. So that is why it is just so important to maintain a level of authenticity and truth to how we express our experiences, because it is truly a benefit. It's truly amazing. And everybody can just come together collectively and be the greater good for mankind. That's my goal. That's my objective. That's my MO, as they say. And I feel so amazing about it. And which brings me to this video today about letting go of things that no longer serve you, because it really truly does make room for the things that you really truly want in your life. I'm going to give you a story that I'm like, wow, because this happened to me like not even 20 minutes ago. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, and it's so interesting that you always want to do these things. You have it in mind, and you got the ones that will go out and make it happen. They'll make it happen. But you got those that just keep it in a dream state. And for me, I'm the one that kept it in a dream state. But I've noticed that because of the transitioning of me energetically, vibrationally, and different things of that nature, guess what is happening? We could go out and get it. It's nothing wrong with going out and getting it, being assertive, being, aggressive in what it is that you want. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I've noticed with energy and vibrational changes, things just start coming to you, right? Things just start coming to you because you have raised you've raised your vibration enough to pull it out of the environment, the energy, the vibration that it exists. And a lot of times you say to yourself, like, you make preparations that you have to pay for this, you have to pay for that, you got this going on or whatever. But I'm noticing in real time and real experiences that you don't even have to, it doesn't work like that. If it's yours, it's yours, because we have to understand that currency is just a byproduct of this dimension. Currency, money, is just a byproduct of this dimension. So it's just to facilitate this dimension and what goes on with the money, right? But you don't really need money, to be quite honest, if you're working with higher laws. And higher laws are the universal laws, right? And the universal laws is just like that's the real deal Holyfield. Like you can't change those. It's just it is. Those are the values, the absolute values. Those are not to be changed. So the universal laws don't need our money. It doesn't need the byproduct of this dimension. So I'm saying all of this to say this, like, I got an opportunity to go to Hawaii basically for free. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. And I've always had it in the back of my mind that I was going to plan, save this and that, or what have you. And the opportunity just presented itself for me to go at like a minimal cost. Basically, I would just have to, whatever, if I want to do souvenirs, buy things, or whatever the case may be, it's there, right? I can do that, no issue, right? But the whole aspect of me shifting energetically and vibrationally not only brought Hawaii to me, but I didn't have to use the byproduct of this dimension to acquire that experience. So I said all of that to say this: let go of things that no longer serve you purpose. Let it go. And I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of what I mean by that, because we are barricaded and held down by our belief systems, how we internalize things and how we see ourselves, and all of those things kind of put up a brick wall, right? An energetic brick wall. And energy is very, very powerful, right? So that's a real heavy wall, and it doesn't allow what is really for us to get to us, because we are serving things that does not serve us purpose. The thing of it is that, it has been translated that we are royalty and this and that, or what have you. And the translation of that is that we are superior beings. We are superior. All of us are, with superior energies, with superior powers. We just don't realize what that is right now because of all of the density that this dimension emits all the time. The negativity, the dualities, all of those things that kind of like is giving us these experiences and stuff like that for us to grow. For those who, still is lost in that, what we call the matrix sense of understanding, these experiences is there for us to grow. So, but they're very dense in nature. So then to get away from that, to have a beautiful experience in this dimension, you have to let go of things that does not serve you purpose, right? So to give you an example of what no longer serve you purpose, you have to go through your belief systems, and you have to look at the things that you are so die hard for, and you ask yourself, does this thing really serve me? Does this thing really make room for greater things to happen in my life? Or is it a neutral sense and it does absolutely nothing? So you have to go through that. And for me, I'm just going to say for me what that was, just to give you an idea of where I'm going with this conversation. So for me, I got out of politics, right? I realized that politics is not this, it's only been beneficial to me if I believe in it, right? So because I realized that it's not beneficial, because I can actually live without politics, I can actually be what I need to be, who I need to be to myself, for myself, without it, I said, okay, it doesn't serve me purpose. Now, I'm not knocking it for those that that it does serve purpose for, because if you believe in it, then it will have a purpose, it will have a value in your life, right? If you believe in it. But if you dissect it and realize that for you and what you got going on with yourself and how you're constructing your experiences, that it doesn't serve your purpose, then you let it go, right? You let it go. All right, I made room for that. Relationships. A lot of times when we get into relationships and stuff like that, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, something exclusive or whatever, we have a tendency of believing that we are in ownership of that relationship, right? And we're not in ownership of that relationship. We're custodians of it. We take care of it, but we don't own it, right? If you look at it from that perspective. But if you have this sense of ownership of an entities or the situation that you don't really own, then it takes up space, right? It takes up unnecessary space in a negative way, because that energy of control and ownership, in a sense, in that respect, right, is a low vibrational thing. So, if we just look at a person individually and look at the freedom that the person really truly has, they have the right to be whatever, say whatever, do whatever, or what have you the case may be. then that frees us up when things don't necessarily fall into an alignment that we see fit for ourselves. So therefore, we're not holding on to something that wants to possibly let go, and then we are making room for something else, to positively come into, not necessarily take that place, but to be your next experience. Because what you have to realize is that we're here to experience. We're not here to be stagnant and to hold on to things and all this other kind of stuff. That mentality is really a slave mentality. It's a mentality of lack, and it doesn't allow you to flourish and have the abundances that is readily available, that's equally readily available to you, more so than lack. So when you understand it from that perspective, right, you let go things that wants to be let go, and you have enough within you in terms of when that body, person, or whatever decides to leave, you have enough fulfillment within yourself to understand, you know what, this is a place of experiences, and this person, although not with me, they need to have this experience for themselves, because their soul independently need to have this experience so that they can evolve their soul. It's not about the set of circumstances in this dimension. It's about the evolution of the soul. So when you understand it from that perspective, you let go things you let go of things that wants to be let go of, right? And you have a peace and resolve within yourself to understand that you letting go, it's actually being of service to that person, so that person can go and have the experience, even if it's not with you, right? So that's another thing of letting go of something that wants to be let go and to no longer serve your purpose. So now you're making room again for more positive things to come your way in abundance, in a positive vibration, in a high vibration, because you're not holding on to something that could potentially be negative and keep you down, because you're in that struggle. Anything that you gotta have a struggle with, you need to let it go and just find a different way of doing it. If you still want to have this experience, have the experience and find a different way of doing it that leads to the path of least resistance, right? So those are some of the things that, to give you an idea of how to make room and let go of things that no longer serve your purpose, and it will make room for things so that you can have the experiences that your heart desire. And the higher you become in terms of your energy and in terms of your vibration, your resonance, what you resonate with it'll be amazing. You will be like, oh my God, my law of attraction is actually working for me. And this is an example for me. The Hawaii thing is truly an example of me, of how being in alignment and being in truth of who you are, the truth of you, and being in resonance of that truth and resonating in a high vibration, what that actually brings to you. It is amazing. It is so amazing. And like I said, I'm going to bring you real life experiences. Like, I'm not going to do any edits on my video, cut my video. I'm not going to do any of that, because I want people to really, feel the truth and the authenticity of that. These experiences are real. And I am not speaking from things that I've read or things that I'm speaking from real life experiences. I think it is amazing that, I'm actually having these opportunities and different things of that nature. And, it's amazing. It's really amazing. And I think, the beauty about, like, all of us that are spiritualists that are on YouTube, and we're giving out this information and we're spreading the word, and, we're spreading not necessarily the word, but the energies. We're spreading the energies. And guess what? It's going to afford millions of people to be able to have these experiences now that we're not necessarily taught at birth. And now, generation after us and next generation now, it's going to start earlier on in the education of who we really are vibrationally and energetically, because now there's a momentum going, right? There's a momentum going, and we're out there and we're putting the energy out there. You're putting the energy out there for transformation, right? And I think it's just a beautiful thing. So, with that being said, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. But I just want to show you guys that when you let go of things that no longer serve you purpose, you stay true to yourself, the authenticity of you, and you understand that universal law, that's the absolute. It is. It's not relative, it is absolute, right? I'm going to talk about relative reality and absolute reality because I know I throw those terminologies out there, quite frequent in my videos, and I'm going to talk about those things to show you what I mean about relative reality and absolute reality, right? So universal laws, is the epitome of, the laws. And when you understand the universal law, then you can literally levitate. Because if you can master those understandings, it makes you able to, maneuver dimensionally, forget being on earth. You're not bound to earth at all, you know what I'm saying? So you're not earth bound. So when you understand these energies and how it actually work, I'm going to suggest that you guys start to look, read up on Nikola Tesla. And he's one of the he's like, I don't know, his intelligence, I always say the information that he brought, to this dimension, to this 3D dimension, it's 5D, 6D vibrational intelligence. I'm also going to do a video about intelligence versus intellect, because I want people to understand the difference between the two. There's a vast difference between the two. And I will say that intelligence is not measured by 3D accommodations like a PhD, a master's degree. It's not measured by that. And you don't even need those things to have intelligence, to have an intelligence. If you want to understand it from a degree perspective, then it will be vibrational degrees, right? Vibrational degrees is way different than a PhD and stuff like that. So the vibrational degrees, to me, in my understanding, is what keynotes intellect versus intelligence. So, and it's not even no degree, it's natural. Everybody actually has the intelligence. It's just kind of like suppressed right now because of, certain things that are going on and how it's structured in our everyday life, and what we're exposed to. But if we get rid of all of that and really peel back the layers and get back to the core of who we really is, and that's a spiritual being having a human experience, we'll realize how intelligent we really are in whatever it is that we came here to do. Because what you know. It's not to say that anybody knows more than you. You know what you need to know for your journey. So it's amazing. It's just beautiful, and I just love expressing myself in this way, so that people can get a beautiful sense of understanding of who they are. Everybody want to try to, what is the code? What is the secret? The secret is you. There's no secret. The secret is you. There's no method to the madness other than you being the truth of who you are, and whatever it is that you want to cultivate those experiences, you just simply ask the universe, you ask God, whatever you want to call it. You raise your vibration. These are the essential keys to, manifesting what it is that you want. We can use the quantum physics and different things of that nature to be more detailed in terms of bringing it to make sense to our relative reality, because we're so used to tangibility. We're so used to having to see physical things because we understand things from a physical state of mind. But when you start to believe in the unseen, you realize you don't need to see the physical in order to believe it. You just got to think it, or you just got to create it with your energetic value. That's it. So when you start more believing in the unseen more so than the seen, and you don't don't need the physical. Don't get me wrong, there are things that are out there now. People are bringing the physicality to it so that it could be more relatable, and it could give, more people the mindset of the capabilities of being able to manifest and to do things. But then when you start realizing that you don't need the physical, you really don't need the physical to do the manifestation of things. You understand? You can equally manifest things without the physical. Then it just gives you another alternative. It's more than one road, but it's just a path of least resistance that you always want to keep in mind in pretty much everything that you do. The path of least resistance. Take fear out of the equation. Understand that things are not going to happen unless you want it to happen. And I'm going to really get deep into details about all of these things. I'm not your traditional sense type of person that, I'm not structured in that respect by any means. So if you're looking for A, B, C, and D, and 1, 2, and 3, this is not the channel for you, because I am so not structured like that. I am like all over the place, in my free right and in my free will. So, if you're looking for order or operation, this ain't your girl. But if you're looking for flow, and you're looking for energy, and you're looking for, spiritual truth, in my perception of it, then that's me. That's who I am. So with that being said, it is a beautiful day in Zamunda. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. And for those who have not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button, hit the like button to the video if you truly do like. I just want true value. If you truly do like this video, and leave a comment. I truly believe that each one teach one. We are collective effort in this whole entire process. And to do that is being of service to others. We're always in service to others, contrary to popular belief. We are always in service to others. Whether you think that you are or not, you are. Because your being, whether good or bad as measured in this dimension, it's still going to evolve somebody. It's still going to help somebody, right? Whatever experience and encounter that they have with you, right? So therefore, we are always in service to each other. So, now it's just a matter of what type of service do you want to be. You want to be a good service, or, you just have to pick, choose, and refuse. There are options. All right. So with that being said, peace and love, everybody. And thank you for visiting my channel. And I shall commence talking with you maybe tomorrow. I'm going to try to do like a daily thing. Because God knows I have a whole lot to talk about. So I'm going to try to do a daily thing. And we're going to love and enjoy each other. All right? All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.